the meat. Now the meat is going to be stewed. And
so what does that mean?
April and I were talking about that earlier. You can buy these in the supermarket for about $5 a pound. You can go as high as 10 if you go to a really high quality butcher, because he'll use top center cut sirloin, whereas other guys might just use chuck roast.
What are we using?
But this one here is the top end.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
There's no expense.
You guys.
Fancy.
But anyway, I already got my stew meat seasoned with some salt and pepper, and this is a very important step right here. And that's adding a 1/4 cup of flour.
Oh.
And the reason for that is we're going to coat the meat, and then we're going to toss it real nicely, because when this cooks in the crock pot over time, it's going to turn the sauces and the wet ingredients inside of the meat and inside of the crock pot into a gravy.
Okay. That's the
So
deliciousness I
that's
tasted.
why we do that. So I'll go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil, to my pan.
Love it.
And throw these babies in there.
So do you cook these completely before throwing them in the hot pot, or just
I just
brown
want
a little
to
bit?
get a sear on this right here, and we'll get that going. And Jamie's gonna back off so I don't get her wet. But we're just gonna go ahead and sear that up real quickly before we put it in. The other ingredient that we're gonna do, and Jamie, if you wanna start, or I'm sorry, Jared, I'm gonna have you start serving up a little bit.
Okay.
Come on over here. Tell us
All right. Hey,
I see how you work, and I see how you work.
But anyway, Jared's gonna have to start
Took me to work.
But, basically this has been sitting in the crock pot, for about 8 hours. I actually got up at 1 o'clock in the morning last night
Wow, you do love us.
to get this started. And save some for my mom there, Jared. I gotta take her some.
Noodles?
Yeah.
Shout out to your mom. Shout out to your mom.
Yeah, Mom, I'm coming soon. But anyway, let me show you over here one more ingredient. This is another secret little ingredient that I add. It's a bag of this Knorr French onion soup mix.
Yum.
And what I'll do is I'll add 2 cups of good quality water to that.
So that's going to help make the gravy?
Correct. And this is, I'm going to stir that up a little bit. And Jamie, I'm going to have you dump that into the crock pot.
Yay.
Drink it, love.
Okay.
And the meat's going. And when this is, just nicely seared, we'll go ahead and put that into the crock pot as well. I just want to get a little bit more sear on it.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, go ahead, Jared, and
Scoop it.
put a scoop up there.
Stir them up.
Go ahead, stir them up.
But how we're making this, how would I know that meat is going to be done in the crock pot? Because you said you're just putting a sear on it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I would trust myself to know that I'm not serving up, meat that's still a little raw.
Well, trust me, after 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
So just,
Yeah,
okay.
because this has been going since 1 o'clock.
On low?
On low.
Okay.
And you can do it in 4 hours on high.
And then it'll still
But it'll still cook it
Okay.
fine. And let me get you.
And then Jamie, you want a fork? You can use that
I'm
golden
going to
fork.
use my golden fork.
Golden fork.
I know you're golden forks for you guys too. I love it. Thank you.
But give that a shot. I mean, you're going to see, that it's nice and rich, and that the
Golden fork. Golden fork.
It's that thing. It's just a thing.
We're going to taste this stuff down and be right back after this break. Stay with us.
Don't miss the year-end clearance sale, where every new Honda is clearance priced. Civics, Accords, HRVs, CRVs, Pilots, Odysseys, and more. Want to keep your cash? Honda's got it. With 0 down, 0 security, and 0 first month's payment. Want low financing? Honda's got it. With 0.9% for up to 60 months. Want low clearance payments? Drive new Hondas from $149 a month. Hurry, the year-end clearance sale ends January 4th at your Valley Honda dealers.
See an unforgettable night come to life. See winning that lifts expectations to a whole new level. More of the biggest celebrations at the only real casino in the West Valley. Play Buy Bills Mondays and Fridays in January and win a share of $450,000. We want to pay your bills for a year. See yourself in the middle of it all, and we'll see you. See you at VQ.
You don't need a little black dress, or fancy reservations, or even an apron. All you need for this gourmet meal is a preheated oven and a comfy spot on the couch. Home-baked Papa Murphy's new Gourmet Delight Tuscan chicken and sausage pizza with fresh spinach, Roma tomatoes, olive oil, and garlic on a crispy thin crust. Just $10 for a large. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Few things feel like the first time you saw Star Wars. Hurry in now to get 0% APR for 75 months. Offer ends January 4th. Purchase and get $4,000 total cash allowance on the 2016 Chrysler 200 Limited. Offer ends soon. Start your mornings with Olivia. Weekdays on 3TV. Start your day with Scott. Weekdays only on 3TV.
Welcome back to Good Morning Arizona. Here's a live look at your 7-day forecast. We've got 72 for today, then huge change to start tomorrow. Soggy weather, off and on rain and snow across our state for the entire week ahead. We hope to see the sunshine again by next weekend.
All good here. April, it's been fun having you here this week.
Thank you. It's been fun.
But you know what? The cold weather means warm stew.
Yeah, baby.
And this is delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you like
This
it.
is
Yeah.
very, very good.
You know, it's one of those dishes that you come home from a long day, it's ready.
It's like a nice
Last
warm
few
hug.
days.
Right.
So any other advice for us or alterations that we could make?
Well, you know what I would do, for the busy people, is if you wanted to have this tomorrow, go get your veggies and prep them today. Go get your meat and prep it today. You don't want to add the flour and salt, pepper yet to the meat, but go ahead and do your prep work. So in the morning, all you got to do is
Toss it all in
toss it all
And I
together.
like to cheat even more and buy the vegetables that are already cut out. Isn't sour cream? This or does that make a stroganoff?
That would be more like a stroganoff, yeah.
That sounds good.
But you could add anything you like to it. And I liked April's idea, a little red wine, maybe.
What?
A little what?
Do we have any?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just because you're in the uniform doesn't mean you can't admit that you like a little red
Or
wine.
that it's 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I'm flexible.
So Chef Dad, what are you gonna make for us next? And tell us, of course, where we can find your recipes.
Well, just come to chefdad.com. Any of you folks that need a copy of the recipe, otherwise AZ Family will have it up in a few hours.
And also, you can also email questions in because we take questions every 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So we're happy to have your questions as well for Chef.
Yeah, and I promised a few people I would wave hello. So, hi.
And your shout out to your mother.
And my mom.
Happy New Year.
Mom will see you in half an hour.
We saved you some noodles.
Yes, we
Come back here.
And so are you gonna make us breakfast burritos next time? Because we're trying to keep it healthy for the next couple of weeks. I think we could do a healthy-ish breakfast burrito.
How would you do that? It's like,
Yeah, it's fine.
See, he was your friend until just now.
Yeah, get that kale out of here.
Thanks for watching us, everybody. We'll see you back here next Saturday and
Great
Sunday,
Sunday.
6 to 10. Enjoy your Sunday.
EasyFamily.com, your online home for free news and information. Brought to you by Fort McDowell Casino, celebrating 3 decades of winning. Good Morning Arizona, weekdays 4:30 to 10 on 3TV. Weather with Kim, weekends on 3TV.
come on, babe. Let's get a spa.
One school was too crowded. Nobody even asked her name. Another school made her feel all alone. No one was there to help. But then she found a school that was just right. And that's when the mom found the career she loved.
Join us at our open house Tuesday, January 19th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. To RSVP, visit CarringtonRSVP.com. Carrington College, the starting point for healthcare careers.
Timeless holiday traditions and memories of the best of times. Coulter on Camelback is Arizona's original Cadillac dealer, providing the Valley with the ultimate customer experience since 1923. Start a new holiday tradition and take advantage of our season's best offers. Plus, we've already raised $12,000, and Coulter is continuing our donations of $100 for every vehicle sold this month to Phoenix Children's Hospital at Coulter Cadillac on Camelback.
To have clean drinking water tomorrow, we must plant trees today. Visit ArborDay.org. See what we're doing. See how you can help.
Sharing. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Over the next 3 days, 9 candidates will be campaigning here. You're going to see a similar breakneck pace in Iowa, and we're also starting to see the candidates sharpen their attacks against each other, including the two frontrunners, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump trying to expand his reach throughout the South, campaigning in Mississippi on Saturday and taking fresh aim at Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton created ISIS with Obama.
Trump, who has a double-digit lead nationally, again looking past his own primary, engaging the Democratic frontrunner.
The Clinton campaign said that they would most like to run against Donald Trump. They do not want to run against me. They do not. And I'm going to win.
But now Clinton may have new fodder after the revelation Al-Shabaab, the Al-Qaeda affiliate based in Africa, the same group responsible for killing dozens at a Nairobi mall, is using Trump's words in a new recruitment video.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on.
Clinton recently warned Trump's statements about the Muslims would be used by the militants.
He is becoming ISIS's best recruiter.
Trump defending himself.
People have called me and they say, you have guts to bring it up because frankly it's true.
Meanwhile, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, both rising in the polls, are ramping up their attacks on each other. Before a crowd of thousands in South Carolina on Saturday, Rubio slammed Cruz for saying he would carpet bomb terrorists.
But you can't carpet bomb ISIS if you don't know where they are.
Meanwhile, a rocky start to the new year for Dr. Ben Carson. With his poll numbers dropping over the weekend, 5 staffers resigned. Still, there's no sign Carson or any of the other candidates are letting up, with the first votes just weeks away. Now, on Saturday, Donald Trump also vowed to veto President Obama's executive actions on guns. Those actions will be announced sometime this coming week. And earlier in the day on Saturday, Trump took to Twitter to again slam former President Bill Clinton for his marital infidelities when he was in office. President Clinton will be campaigning here in New Hampshire on Monday. Late last night, a Clinton campaign aide brushed aside the criticism by Trump and said Secretary Clinton has no better surrogate than her husband. Eamon, back to you.
All right, Kristen Welker Lapworth in Derry, New Hampshire, to what is shaping up to be a very busy start to 2016 politically. Well, for most of the candidates, Iowa was the place to be this week, though. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Marco Rubio will all hit the first caucus stage, but none as often as Ted Cruz, who scheduled more than 24 events there over the next week. Let's bring in Hallie Jackson in Iowa. Hi, Hallie.
Hey there, Amy. Yeah, this is the start of the final push to the Iowa caucuses here that are coming up in under a month. And we're seeing a lot of candidates putting boots on the ground. Ted Cruz is starting his 6-day, 28-county bus tour of Iowa. You've got Mike Huckabee, who's planning 150 stops here. For Ted Cruz, it's interesting. The campaign framing this as a way to show voters or show caucus goers here in Iowa that he's not taking their support for granted. The point to be made about Ted Cruz, he's got the money, he's got the organization to go long-term beyond Iowa in a way that we haven't necessarily seen with past winners here. That said, there's a question about whether expectations may be too high for him. It is now expected that he will come in first place in Iowa. So what happens if he doesn't? The other big question, what about Donald Trump? He's set to be here later in the week. He's had this very non-traditional way of politicking here in Iowa. It's not that sort of folksy, intimate, retail style stuff that you see from other candidates. He's got those big rallies. The question for Trump, he's counting on turning out caucus goers who have not previously shown up before. So can he do that? Will they actually make it? The other question, what happens if Trump doesn't win? Will he blow his top? There's some speculation that'll happen, but look at what's happened for him already when he's faltered in the polls here. He's pointed out all the other states, the 49 other states, and he continues to win. So there could be potentially for Donald Trump a sense that if he comes in second here, a loss, but still second place, he may dismiss Iowa, move on, and focus on New Hampshire. A lot going on here in Iowa the next week, Eamon, and I doubt it's going to warm up much beyond this. Back to you.
All right, Hallie Jackson, thanks for that update. Also developing now overseas protests after Saudi Arabia announced the execution of a top Shiite cleric. These pictures from Reuters show the Saudi embassy in Tehran set on fire after officials say protesters stormed the building. Iran's president, Hassan Rouhani, condemned the attacks. There have been no reports of injuries so far. The prominent Shiite figure was among 47 detainees executed Saturday. The U.S. is now warning about unrest in the region, saying in part, quote, "We are particularly concerned that the execution of prominent Shiite cleric and political activist Nimr al-Nimr risks exacerbating sectarian tensions at a time when they urgently need to be reduced." NBC's Ali Arouzi has more on this from Tehran and joins us from there. Ali, first, what's the situation on the streets right now?
Well, Eamon, there were protests as well today. It's evening here, so they've wrapped up. But